It's trash, bro. It is. It's garbage. It's garbage. I was watching it, and after I finished, I was like, let me go see what the people saying. You know, I'm always curious about what the people are saying. I'm like, man, HBO fucked up, bro. They were on such a high, like they're right here, and they fucked up.
Do you like that they fucked up? I like seeing certain things people get humbled every now and then. Like LeBron in 2011, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you ain't all that. I like that you ain't all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you're LeBron.
When MJ had to go through Detroit, it was like, yeah, nigga, it ain't easy. All right, I like when HBO be like, nah, the HBO is always known as quality. They was bragging about it. I seen some commercials about it too, where they're talking about like, you know, we're known as the quality brand. I'm like, all right, nigga, speak on this.
The Frames Per Second podcast.
What's going on? It's your boy Nick. I'm here with Kenneth B. Inge.
What up?
And super producer Jay, aka Doc, aka where'd you get Doc from and all that?
Doc has been a nickname since high school. We down and we lose one, we gain one.
I was about to say, if Jay's on, now you know that you're tuned into the Frames Per Second podcast. And in this episode, we are continuing on. I still don't want to say it, Ken, because I don't know what we're doing with it yet. But I'm saying we're continuing with our individual recaps of the new.
Man, we here now.
Max original series.
We halfway through, bro. We
here now,
we can
bro.
finish it out.
With this recap being dedicated to episode 3 titled Daybreak. Is this popular to you? I'm gonna start off with you, Jay.
Meaning, like, do I like it?
Did you like this episode?
No.
Do you like the series?
No.
Because we didn't get your takes last week either.
Bro, the issue is I see there's a good story and good show here. But now I'm really giving credence to the production issues with the Weeknd being heavily involved and taken away from the show. Like, there's a good story really here. Episode 2, the first half of it, with just Jocelyn dealing with her bullshit, like that, all that, and the trauma, I felt like, all right, we're getting somewhere. It's moving. And then as soon as the Weeknd came back, it was like, bro, like, I don't need all this extra shit. And even in this episode, when she started talking more about her background, and even when he was pestering her about talking through it, it's like, I see it, but I can't connect to it, and it's really because Weeknd. So it's a very frustrating show because I see there's elements here, but it's not good.
So you trying to play Captain Save-O?
I ain't playing Captain. Listen, how I'm playing Captain Save-O? I'm saying the Weeknd is the problem.
He said, kid, I see the beauty in you. I see the beauty in you, girl. But you just got all this.
But y'all say I've been caping for the Weeknd, and I'm telling you, he's the problem. So how am I caping for the show?
For me, I know it's a bad show. It ain't that bad, but I know it's a bad show. The reason why I say it ain't that bad, because Johnny Depp's daughter is killing. She is squeezing the fuck out of this stone, and there's water coming out of it. That's how good it is. I'm shocked by her acting. A lot of people are coming at the Weeknd as a musician now, as like, this is him. They saying this is like his, like, this is like him being so cocky that he's demonstrating his persona on the screen and how he thinks and all this shit. I'm looking at the Reddit thread. This is people similar in our group saying the same shit. Like, damn, this making me look at his music differently. And it's like, that's the most interesting thing that I'm getting to is like, I never thought that, because I mean, like, you're a fan of his music, and I'm thinking like, okay, fans of his music who love The Weeknd, who buy all the shit, who put his numbers up to the top of the charts, they're gonna be at least the audience for it. That's the least the buy-in. Then I'm seeing like kind of a weird, like, we've been waiting for somebody to call out this nigga type energy. And it's funny that it's him that's calling him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's funny that this show is doing that, and he created the show, but it's like now a lot of people are like really dissing the Weeknd. Like, I'm not going to his point. I'm just saying that I, like you, were like, oh, The Weeknd is like one of the biggest stars in America. Like, regardless if I like his music or not, like, he's a hit maker. But I didn't know there was that much hate that Ken was saying. And this show is like, and then like, I don't know, the show is mirroring, like, it's a partnership with that hate.
I don't know if I want to go that far. I get the critique in that, but I don't think I want to go that far. His music has always been like the toxic guy who's dealing with trauma, can't get through that shit. Like, that's been a part of the music.
So
Period.
you say he been a dirtbag.
I mean, if
don't
you-
complain
if-
about
right.
it now.
It's fucked up and just made a show about it.
I feel like
You could have complained.
But that's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is,
is,
but what I'm saying, and I think in this episode it even shows that how he was like saying, use your trauma for art. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it makes him look like a dirt. I think people need to like disconnect that part because I don't think that's him as a person.
but the sound is what changed, not really his lyrics. Because he's like you said, he's been talking about some shit like cocaine and all that other shit.
People, I've seen a few people say they're going to look at his music differently because they probably were not paying attention at first.
Which is crazy because he literally laid out in the show. You could get a lot of devil shit away if you do it to a beat.
And now they're like, wait a minute.
Niggas was like, hold on. That is a dumb way to
But
call
that-
yourself
but-
out. You remember,
Yeah.
it's like Walter White, his
Yeah.
goofy ass. He called himself out just because he was cocky. You know what I mean?
But I mean that goes back to that's more on the listener than it is on the artist.
Okay, look, Jay, hey,
It is.
Jay is going down with
What
the
percentage you
shit.
get, bro?
Jay is going. He's a fan, Ken. He is a fan. I respect that shit, bro.
Yeah.
It's trash.
hey, kid, I ain't gonna hold you. I fuck with how this episode starts off, bro. Because, hey, having a white girl drive you around while you fucking around with somebody like in the backseat in Beverly Hills, that's 7 out of 10 niggas' dreams right now.
No.
Nah.
But
I said 7 out of 10. Y'all,
it's
that's
just
two-
I
two-
guess we
two
the
out of
random
10.
and
2 out
makes
of 3.
no sense. So just thrown in there for shock value.
Yep.
That's
to
what
make
I'm
him look
saying.
cool.
Why-
All this shit is shock value.
But we knew that going in that a weekend show like this was gonna have like crazy
I did
coked
not know
out
that.
all this
think
other
that-
shit.
Nah, I did not think.
You ain't think that was gonna
I didn't
happen.
think it was just going to be placed here with no reason to add to the show. I get it being in the show, like Euphoria. I don't look at every scene in Euphoria just to be there. Like it's really to the development.
You think it's smarter than that?
Yeah, it's like I thought it's going to be special. Like these scenes would be meaning something.
By this time of the
But at
season,
this point-
you thought it was gonna be special.
No. You're saying when we first came to the show, I didn't expect this.
Oh.
So even now, it's still, after the end of last episode and still seeing the episode open this way, I'm like, bro, we don't need this shit. And the issue that I find with that is you could have spent more time developing this relationship in so many other ways. All you're doing is using sex to show some type of development.
I told y'all a while ago. I was like, most things like sex scenes usually add nothing to a show, and this is a show that's the IE example of this shit.
That is
Of, like
true.
sex scenes don't add nothing.
But there's ways of doing it. So Swarm opened up with a sex scene, but it added to the show.
In what way?
I bet it did.
In what way? Hold on. In what way? I want to explain this. In what way?
my bad.
What way, Doc?
You know? The way that man, what is her name in the show? Dominique.
You don't even remember.
Fishback.
You don't
No,
remember
no.
the girl name. He got it.
Dominique Fishback. The way she was, like she was more so looking at the way her sister Dre was being treated. Then come on, man, y'all.
Yeah, I'm trying. Come on, kid, let him get it out. Hey.
Like it was more because she was in love with Dre than the guy. So the way the guy was looking at her, thinking that he wanted her, she wanted him. It made it a totally different thing about at the end of it. Like she was really in love with her sister. So that added to the actual film, but it was also shock value.
That was one piece of that whole story that where they explained that in a most.
But it matters. It matters to everything that she did, and the ending of it when Chloe Bailey's face was on the Najee girl, because she was in love with her sister. Like all that mattered. It mattered in that moment. Now, when you first watch the episode, you're like, all right, niggas just putting it. But at the end, you're like, oh, I could put it all together.
So how many times did you rewatch it to get?
I
that
only
out?
watched that shit one time, bro. One time.
Hey, I know.
There's something here, I know it.
Hold on, baby. This is my research. Jay, what did you think about the conversation Chloe and Jocelyn had about Jocelyn's mom and shit, like not talking about her mom and music?
Tell me when they were sitting in that hallway, like the dark alley thing. And like you said, she's selling it. It really, to me, it was impactful. It's just, it didn't go anywhere from there outside of the center of the table.
Well, my thing was, you're saying all this shit, and you getting the shit fucked out of you in the same damn house. You want your mama seeing you do all that shit? You want your mama seeing you doing all this
her
stuff?
mom was probably like, Chaim, look, I'm gonna let this shit happen as long as them hits keep going, bro.
I'm like,
I can't always beat you. He gonna have to beat it in too.
damn, maybe you're right, because maybe Chaim is
but that's
maybe Tedros is possessed now. That's the mom. Keep on that goddamn brush.
But we gonna get to that brush scene because I still don't know what happened. But
They're dealing with trauma, man. Like the way she went out and went to that club, allowed him in. Even the sexual abuse, like the way she abused herself and all that, it all makes sense. If you came from that, and that's all you really know, and that's how you became successful. That scene that I actually felt was good in the last episode with her like going hard and just keep going and beating herself in the ground about it. All that makes sense. Basically, her mom was Joe Jackson. So, I mean, it's like, when like people say about Michael Jackson, he was a perfectionist. Like he would constantly do it over and over and over again. So I think that's a piece of what they're trying to relay here. It's just not connecting because of all the other pieces. But I think I am gonna shoot a bell now. I'm about to shoot a bell.
we know he was, bro.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
Now?
do you? Nigga.
Shut up.
We accept you for who you is.
I wonder if they could just. Never mind. I'm lying to
Go
myself.
ahead. What you say?
I'm wondering if they could pull back just some of some of the Weeknd and just give me more of her. That's really all I really want right now.
That's literally the opposite of what. That's the whole reason why this shit fucked up.
You're right.
Because it was the reverse. They kicked the whole director off and everything. Because that's why I'm like, you're right. There was potential for the show. The show that I feel like was originally gonna come out was a lot better than
I
this.
think it was really good.
And because the director was probably like, the Weeknd ain't that good, and we don't need that much of him in there. Let's focus on this girl. She's a star. She's an upcoming star based on not from this show's quality, but from her performance. She's an upcoming star. But this,
It's unfortunate how much nipple she didn't give in this.
boy, she basically
She
might as well
woke
walk
up.
around
Start the episode with nipple
Yeah.
out.
Any other thoughts on this episode?
Nah.
Nah, I'm gonna check out this Moses guy. I done looked him up already.
All right, by the next episode, we'll find out what Ken thinks. Tune in. Well, let us know what you guys think of this episode and the series so far. Well, y'all letting us know on the Reddit thread. We seeing that. Make sure you follow us. FPS Podcast is our Reddit thread. It's also our handle for IG and Twitter.